I knew I had to make a video about EB1 and relate it to this book in some way. And today that epiphany has happened. So I am going to shove it down your gullet. So get ready. Now, in case you don't know who this is, what are you doing? Because this person goes by Bryan Cranston, but the real ones know he is WW Walter White. Now, I'm pretending that I'm the biggest Breaking Bad fan. Actually, I'm a fraud. I'll tell you why. Because I did not watch Breaking Bad up until last year. That's right. I got into Breaking Bad last year. And even when I got into it, let me tell you, I did not commit because the first time I was watching it, I was on my phone, season one, season two. I'm like, what is going on? What is this? But then that episode with Jesse Pinkman and his girlfriend happened. And I'm like, ooh, the acting. And then, of course, Mr. Chicken Man comes into the story. And I'm baffled, especially when his face blows off. If this is a spoiler, I can't help it. Just watch the damn show. But I did not watch it for the longest time. But then when I watched it, I half-assed it. But then by the very end, I was crying the way Walter White, whatever happened to him. So I rewatched it. And then after rewatching it, I got so committed. I watched all of Bryan Cranston's interviews. I loved his appearance in Conan Meets a Friend, two of my favorite comedians slash actors in one go. But then I realized that Bryan Cranston also has a book, and that book is this. It's called Life in Parts. And I had to get this book and I had to devour this book in 48 hours. But as I was reading this book, you can see how I have dog ears it. Can you see that? I'll tell you why I dog eared it, because there are things that Bryan Cranston was talking about, or lessons and insights from his career, which were so similar to the experiences that I have had when I went through EB1. I'll give you one particular example. And that particular example is Bryan Cranston mentioning that he has been an acting actor since he was 25 years old. He just became a celebrity with Breaking Bad. And between 25 to 65, when until he got Malcolm in the Middle, he was doing these one off roles and really did not have his big career break up until his 60s or 50s. But this is something that he said, that during the time when he was struggling in his acting career, there was one mental switch that he made, which changed the game for him. He said that I would go to auditions and I would not land. I would go to auditions and I would not land. I would go to auditions and I would not land. I knew I had to change something. So what did he change? He changed his perspective, how he looked at these auditions. He said that I would treat every audition as an acting gig. He stopped looking at auditions as rehearsals. He stopped looking at auditions as his bid to get a part. In his mind, he already had the part. So that helped him put his A game on because he was doing what he loved doing anyway. And you know how the story ends. Now he is immortalized with his character, Walter White. And that's how you need to perceive EB1 as well. Now, in EB1, you may be a big shot in your company. You may be very well established. People are shaking your hand. You may be the hippo in the room. But now you're getting into the field. It's like being really important in your family. But now I'm asking you to become popular in your community. And after you become popular in your community, I'm asking you to become popular in your city. And after you become popular in your city, I'm asking you to become popular in your state, and then the country, and then the world, because that's what EB1 demands of you, that you need to be well known in the field and need to create impact in the field, not just in your company. Now, when you need to do that, you need to, like Bryan Cranston, audition. You will have to shake hands. You will have to apply for conferences. You will have to cold pitch journalists sometimes. You will have to cold pitch editors for your thought leadership articles. You will have to cold pitch yourself to get into boards to do X, Y, Z. Now, what happens is you lose steam because you've been doing all of these, you're putting bids out, that it gets frustrating at some point. I need you to follow the Bryan Cranston approach. I need you to consider and approach each and every one of those applications as the real thing. give it that much respect, give it that much integrity, and put your A game on. Because if you do it consistently enough and if you put your best foot forward, something is going to turn. But we cannot, and I'm giving this pep talk to myself, that we cannot have this entitlement mindset that, oh, I have reached out to 10 people. I am so and so. How haven't I gotten any turnaround? You're going to frustrate yourself and you may rob yourself of the brilliance that is just impending, just like Bryan Cranston had Walter White waiting for him. And if you have read this book well enough, or if you've stalked this man well enough, you will know that the reason why Bryan Cranston got the job of Walter White is because the director of Breaking Bad saw him in a cameo role in a movie where he was a backseat passenger who was going paranoid. And I'm forgetting the director's name, put it in the comment. And he had seen Bryan Cranston there. And when the director pitched it to the network that, hey, this is Bryan Cranston is who we want, the network refused, said that, oh, he's the goofy dad in Malcolm in the Middle. How is he going to play this complex character? And that's when the director showed the network that clip. Now, imagine if Bryan Cranston did not put his best foot forward in that cameo role, thinking that, oh, it's not significant, I'm not the main character. He would have never had Walter White. In the same way, if you think, oh, I'm just mentoring just because, oh, I'm just going to this small event just because, oh, I'm just writing this like small little thought leadership article in Medium just because, if you don't give it the respect, you may be losing out on the opportunity that if somebody sees that small little work that you did, it could open large doors for you. So, all what I'm trying to say are two things. Number one is watch Breaking Bad if you haven't, it's the best show. And number two, treat every opportunity, every outreach that you're doing in EB1 like Bryan Cranston treated his auditions. You treat it as the main thing and give it the respect that it deserves. I hope this helped.